Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? For those of you who haven't heard of Fakku, it's one of the oldest and biggest hentai manga providers in the English community for over 10 years. And about a year and a half ago, they went full premium, meaning that all of its previously free content became restricted behind a paywall. Think Crunchyroll minus the free episodes. So just recently, Kotaku did an interview with the founder of Fakku, Jacob Grady. A link to the article is in the description below. It's quite fascinating to hear his whole story of how he built Fakku from a scanlation website to the legitimate business it is today, which is pretty much a Crunchyroll but for hentai manga. They publish Japanese works to the English community, and because of its subscription-based service, is able to get a lot of Japanese artists on board to publish their works, even some being simul-published on the same day it is released in Japan. So they've made it as big as they can be, dealing directly with source material and handling publishing themselves. They now have over 20 full-time employees, with 3 to 4 being translators and about 10 being editors. It's hard to imagine that just a year and a half ago, the internet went ballistic over Fakku going premium only, and most viewers actually stopped going onto the website. Directly from the interview, it is said that Grady believes that all the content they release is worth the price of the subscription, and if they continue to keep the free tier, they would have to be reliant on advertisers, which would mean they would have to accommodate advertisers and users at the same time. I take it as this would also mean they would not be able to go legit if they kept the advertisers in the game, so by taking them out of the equation, the free tier also had to go. Only the diehard fans of the community would stay and pay, but this worked out fantastic for them as they were able to get the biggest ero manga publisher, Wani Magazine, to have their entire catalog be published on Fakku's platform. It was also mentioned that Crunchyroll paved the way for convincing Japanese publishers of the untapped international market outside of Japan, as many Japanese artists just think that most people outside of Japan just pirate their stuff and would never pay for anything. Which is probably true to an extent, but there's also many of us who are in the market to pay for Japanese content, as we've seen in the Japanese gaming market, with the sales of Japanese games being way higher in the international market compared to the domestic Japanese market. And to see Fakku go from scanlators, which artists hate, to providing for Japanese artists legitimately through their service, this is pretty cool stuff. For those of you still whining about Fakku going premium, get over it. This is really good for the market and the community. You want better stuff and more stuff to come out? Money's gotta go into the industry for that to happen, and Fakku is doing exactly that. On a side note, it was also interesting to hear Grady talk about him not seeing Fakku as a pornography company, but rather as a comic publisher. He was always about the stories that has emotional impact, and most importantly, get the readers involved with the characters. And he thinks that it is that which differentiates between straight up pornography and adult comics. So that's pretty much it from me, but I'm curious as to what you think of Fakku. Definitely give the article a check for the full interview. Let me know in the comments below what you think as usual. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and follow Tokyosaurus on social media for Japanese culture tweets and video updates. And make sure you're subscribed so you can get the latest things people are talking about in Japan right in your inbox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.